Okay, so my project is on proper nouns and the capitalization of proper nouns. So first, we need to know what is a noun. So a common noun is the most basic form of a noun, and it's a part of speech and it refers to a person, place, or a thing. So oftentimes in sentences, that word for nouns can be the woman, the library, or the pen. Here's a picture of some common nouns: hairspray, butterfly, car, knife, elephant, orange. These all relate to common words that refer to either people, like animals, or the woman, places, like the library, or things like a knife, hairspray, all of that. So then the other type of noun is a proper noun, and that's what we're really focusing on. And a proper noun gives a special name to a common noun, and it is always capitalized. That's also very important. So proper nouns are just giving special names to a person, place, or thing also. And for things, that can be companies and brand names. So examples of proper nouns can be the name Haifa, so it gives a special name to the common person by making it specific to her name, and you can see the H in her name is capitalized. You always capitalize the first letter of a proper noun. Proper noun for a place, Dhofar University Library. It's specific and a special name to a common noun. So the library would just be lowercase, but since it's specifically the Dhofar University Library, it's capitalized, the D, U, and L, the first letter in all the parts of a common noun. So that's important too. You also capitalize the beginning of every word in a common, or in a proper noun, usually. And then also a thing. So specifically a Bic pen would be a proper noun because Bic is the company, the brand name of the pen. So here's some proper nouns versus common nouns so you can just see the differences. So a common noun sentence would just be the woman went to the library to borrow a pen. As you can see, all of this is just lowercase. But if we made this a proper noun sentence, it would be Haifa went to Dhofar University Library to borrow a Bic pen. And as you can see, the first letter is, of course, capitalized for all the proper nouns. And notice how pen did not get capitalized, but Bic did, because pen is still just a common noun, common word, but Bic, the name of the brand, is what's special. And here is some specific examples of turning common nouns into proper nouns. So an author is just a common noun, but specifically the author Charles Dickinson, his name is a proper noun and capitalized. The dog is just common, but the dog's name, specifically Fido, would be capitalized and proper. Country is just common, and then the proper version, France, capitalized. And then tech company is just common, but Google, specifically the company name, is capitalized and proper. So I'm going to watch a little video explaining common and proper nouns real quick. Can you hear the audio with it as well? Are you guys hearing the audio?
Yeah, I mean, I can't hear it from the back screen too.
You can hear it?
I can't, unfortunately. I don't know why.
Okay. There we go. This should work.
Proper noun.
Yes, I can
So
hear
the
it
difference
now.
between a common and a proper noun is simply the difference between something with a name and a more generic version of that thing. I'll give you a couple of examples right off the bat. So speaking generally, I am from a city. The specific city that I'm from is Chicago. I could talk about a frog, generally, but if I were speaking of a specific frog, I would say Kermit. The difference between a common and a proper noun is merely the difference between a general thing, so the side is more general, and a specific thing. It's a continuum. So if you are speaking of, let's see, a river, any old river, that's a common noun. But if you're talking about a specific river, and it's a named river here, that would be the Nile, say. You could talk about a mountain, and that would be a common noun because there are many mountains. But if you wanted to talk about a specific mountain, say Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, you would put it, that's a proper noun. So here are the properties of proper nouns. Proper nouns are always capitalized. And that means that instead of using a little letter A like that, you would instead use a big letter A like that. Common nouns are only capitalized if you find them at the beginning of sentences. So you might say, mountains are my favorite. But you would also say, Kilimanjaro is my favorite mountain. And that is a lowercase, non-capitalized m, as opposed to this one, which is uppercase. So that's the difference between common and proper nouns. If you're talking about something general, it's a common noun. If you're talking about something specific, it's a proper noun. And the difference between them is that you capitalize a proper noun. You can learn anything. David out.
Okay, nice.
Hello, grammarians. I'd like to bring up.
Can you guys give an example of a proper noun? You can just say it out loud if you want to, unmute yourself, or if you want to just type it into the chat. But can you guys think of some specific examples of proper nouns?
Yeah, like for example, like the name Bill
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely a
or
proper
like
noun.
Macy's, like the
Yeah.
shop's name. Yeah.
Yeah, the store Macy's, for sure. Anybody else? Okay. So some sneaky proper noun types, the titles and names of characters. So titles like Mr., Mrs., Miss, Doctor, Sultan, King, Queen, those are all capitalized. And names of characters, Romeo and Juliet, they're all capitalized as well. Another sneaky proper noun type are places, so countries, cities, and also regional directions are also always capitalized and proper. So New Orleans is in the southeast, so that's capitalized, and Louisiana, so that is also capitalized. And like we talked about before, businesses and brands are capitalized, so FedEx, Google, Funfish, Rolex, Wikipedia, all capitalized. Another one for things that's kind of sneaky, special, are that months and the days of the week, seasons, and holidays, those are all capitalized. So in this example sentence, the third Saturday of February is Valentine's Day and the start of spring. Saturday is a day of the week. Those are all capitalized. Monday through Sunday, all capitalized. February is capitalized. Again, all the months are also capitalized and proper. Valentine's Day is the holiday. That's proper. And then spring is the season, and that is capitalized and proper. So capitalization, this is the uppercase alphabet on the left, and then on the right is the lowercase letter. Are you guys familiar with the capital alphabet in English? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So just to review everything again, proper nouns are defined from common nouns because they are specific to people, things, and places and are always capitalized. So here in these sentences, the green highlighted part is the proper and the blue is the common. So Barbara's cat is named Whiskers. Barbara and Whiskers are proper and cat is just a common noun. Reza is a teaching assistant at Belmont High School. Reza and Belmont High School are specific and proper. And teaching assistant, while it is a position and a title of a position, it's not capitalized, it's just common. The Apollo 11 mission was the first time that humans, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, walked the surface of the moon. Apollo 11, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, and moon are all proper and capitalized. The moon because it's the name of a specific planet. Neil and Buzz because they're the names of the astronauts, and then Apollo 11, the name of the mission. But then mission, time, human, surface, those are all just common nouns. So to give this a little cultural relation, and will help you understand our 8-minute videos that you'll watch later, make more sense, I thought that it would be good to talk about Mardi Gras. And Mardi Gras is an event here in New Orleans that is celebrated all around the world, but most celebrated in New Orleans, where we go to school here at Tulane. And it's a proper noun. So Mardi Gras is also known as Fat Tuesday because it's on the Tuesday. It's always on a Tuesday. It changes what day exactly every year, but it's usually on a Tuesday sometime in January or February. And it's celebrated by Catholics who practice Lent. And Lent is a season of fasting where Catholics abstain from eating meat on Fridays and some other things. And so to prepare for the fasting season, Mardi Gras is the week before, where you kind of indulge in parades and music and food and drinking before you give up all of that for Lent for 40 days and fast. So Mardi Gras is a big celebration here in New Orleans. It's thought to have originated in Europe during the medieval times, when they would also celebrate before they would fast. But over time it's evolved and has all different kinds of customs and traditions, where people like throw beads in the street and toys to kids. People wear masks, eat all different kinds of really yummy foods. It's a fun time. So Mardi Gras is a proper noun because it's a specific holiday. So it's capitalized, Mardi and then the G, Gras. Ash Wednesday is a specific holiday, religious holiday, so it's capitalized. And also the names of religions are capitalized, so like the C in Catholic, that's proper. Islam is proper, so it's capitalized I. Judaism, all of the religions are all capitalized as well. Fat Tuesday, the other name for Mardi Gras. In 2021, it was on February 16th. February, Fat Tuesday, all of that is capitalized and proper as well. And then, of course, New Orleans, Louisiana, proper. And these are two very popular streets here in New Orleans, down in the French Quarter, and that's Bourbon and Orleans Street, and they are capitalized and proper nouns. Café du Monde, these are type of like dessert, donut, bakery, beignet treat. They're called beignets here. And it's just like fried pancake dough with powdered sugar on top. And of course, coffee. And the name of the place, Café du Monde, is proper. Very famous place. Okay, so just to kind of review the proper nouns and how we learned about them, I'm gonna copy and paste this link into the Zoom so you guys can click on it. And it should bring you to a Google Doc that looks like this. And if you can just go through the sentences and like scroll your mouse over, highlight it, and highlight all the proper nouns in the sentence. All right, how's that sound?